So in this video, we're going to talk about associations, which will enable you to look at a scatter plot and describe the pattern in the data. So when you plot data points on a grid, the resulting graph is called a scatter plot. So this scatter plot shows you the relationship between dog height and dog weight. So this table shows you the number of years employees have worked for a company and their happiness with their job on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the happiest. So you can see here the information in this table, which is represented by these ordered pairs, are shown in this scatter plot right here. So the reason we make scatter plots is because it gives you a good visual understanding of the relationship between the two variables. So we can look at the patterns in the data points and tell you the type of association or relationship between the variables. If the data points increase from left to right, that is called a positive association. If the data points decrease from left to right, that is called a negative association. If the data points have a random pattern, that is no association. So the strength of an association is determined by how well the data points fit the pattern. An association is stronger if the points most closely fit the pattern. So in this lesson, we're talking about linear relationships, so we're going to look at how closely the data points fit a line. So you can see here, these data points are more spread out, so that is considered a weak association. Here, the data points very closely fit a line, so that is considered a strong association. In a perfect association, the data points will exactly fit a line. So let's classify the strength of these associations. So in this first one, you can notice as you go left to right, there is an increase, right? This graph kind of does go up, but it is only very weakly, right? We would say this is a weak positive association because although the data points do tend to go up from left to right, they're pretty spread out. In this one, they still do go in a positive direction, and the points are a little bit closer together, so we would say that this is a moderate positive association. In this one, you can say that these points are very, very close to approximating a line that goes up as we go from left to right, so we would say this is a strong positive association. So let's look at these examples. So here, this graph goes down as we go left to right, so it is a negative association, and you can see that the points very closely fit a line. So we would say this is a strong negative association. In this one, the points are a little bit more spread out, although the trend still does go down as we go left to right. So we would say that this is a moderate negative association. Here, the points are pretty spread out, but we can still see that they go down as we go left to right. So we would say that this is a weak negative association. So let's describe the association, if any, between these variables. So notice that as we go left to right, it does go up, so we can say it's positive. It's pretty close to approximating a line, so I would say that this is a strong positive association. In this problem, we have the points, they tend to go down as we go left to right. They're a little bit more spread out, so I would say that this is more of a moderate negative association. In this one, the points, although they do go down as we go left to right, see how they're pretty spread out? They're not pretty closely approximating a line. So I would say that this is a weak negative association. In this one, as we look from left to right, I don't really see a trend, right? They don't go up, they kind of go down, up, they're kind of everywhere. So in this case, when they're just random and just everywhere, I would say there is no association between these two variables. So remember that a scatter plot is a plot that shows a set of data values. Depending on the pattern of data, a scatter plot may show a positive, negative, or no association. Scatter plots may also have weak, strong, or perfect associations depending on how closely the data resemble a line.